Будет простой, наверное, английский, потому что я не очень. Думаю, будет вам понятно. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Shri Radha Madhava Ki Jai Antarat Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Hare Krishna. Today we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, text 4, chapter 20. Canto 4, chapter 25, text 36. I have no We have no book actually here.
No?
Yeah, but I can try to find in internet or there. I didn't find.
I have it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Нет.
Нет, зачастую.
36, yes? Today, 36. Do you like?
No, we did it last time. This is done again.
Yeah.
So,
You have to show. Okay. Okay, 36. Distyagatosi padram te gramyan kaman abhipsase udva hisyami tam steham svabandhubhir arindama distyagatosi padram te gramyan kaman abhipsase udvahishyami tam steham svabandhubhir arindama dishyagatosi padram te gramyan kaman abhipsase udvahishyami tam steham svabandhubhir arindama somebody dishyagatosi badram te gramyam kaman abhipsase udvahishyami tam steham svabandhubhir arindama dishyagatosi badram te gramyan kaman abhipsase udvahishyami tam steham svabandhubhir arindama. Okay. Would you like to dishyagatosi badram te gramyan kaman abhipsase udvahishyami tam steham svabandhubhir arindama. Word by word. Dishtya. Fortunately for me. Agata asi. You have come here. Bhadram. All auspiciousness. Te. Unto you. Gramyan. Sensual. Kaman. Desired enjoyable objects. Abhipsase. You want to enjoy. Udvahishyami. I shall supply. Tan, all of them. Te, unto you. Aham, I. Svabandhubhi, with all my friends. Arimdama, O killer of the enemy. Translation. O killer of the enemy, you have somehow or other come here. This is certainly great fortune for me. I wish all auspicious things for you. You have great desire to satisfy your senses, and all my friends and I shall try our best in all respects to fulfill your desires. Purport of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The living entity comes down into this material world for sense gratification, and his intelligence, represented by the woman, gives him the proper direction by which he can satisfy his senses. To their best capacity. In actually, however, intelligence comes from the super soul or the supreme personality of Godhead, and he gives full facility to the living entity who has come down to this material world. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vyavasatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana bahu sakha hyanantascha buddhayo vyavasinam. Those who are on the spiritual path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. When a devotee is advancing toward spiritual realization, his only aim is the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He does not care for any other material or spiritual activity. King Puranjana represents the ordinary living entity, and the woman represents the ordinary living entity's intelligence. Combined, the living entity enjoys his material senses, and the intelligence supplies all paraphernalia for his enjoyment. As soon as he enters the human form, the living entity is entrapped by a family tradition, nationality, customs, and etc. These are all supplied by the Maya of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, the living entity, under the bodily conception of life, utilizes his intelligence to his best capacity in order to satisfy his senses. Sorry, one more time, last sentence. Those, the living entity, under the bodily conception of life, utilizes his intelligence to his best capacity in order to satisfy his senses. Translation one more time. O killer of the enemy, you have somehow or other come here. This is certainly great fortune for me. I wish all auspicious things for you. You have a great desire to satisfy your senses, and all my friends and I shall try our best in all respects to fulfill your desires. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamagyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavanishvari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you very much for this opportunity to purify my heart and to speak about Srimad Bhagavatam before Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna. So sorry, I just have to remember what was the first. Okay. So here is mentioned that intelligence make all arrangements to living entity to fulfill his all desires, and especially for those living entities who come to this world to satisfy his senses. And those living entities they called karmi, and we can see how intense work they do to satisfy their senses. This all big cities with big buildings was built for sense enjoyment. Also, Krishna says that this world created by desires of living entities, and the material world means the place where a living entity can satisfy his separate desire, separate from Krishna, separate desires. And here in purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that this intelligence is given by Supreme Personality of Godhead. So again we can hear that Krishna is so kind that he even he supplies everything, even for those who turned out from him and want to be separate from his desires and his will. So when I prepared for this class, I somehow or other one thought came to me that the main theme I should speak about preaching. Maybe, I don't know why. Because that is the essence of our movement. Yes, that Srila Prabhupada always says that we have movement, not statement, yes, or something static. Yes, this movement means that we are not sitting on some place and meditating and maybe doing our bhajan even, maybe doing some yoga. And here is what was mentioned, that living entity who advancing towards spiritual realization, his only aim is the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he does not care for any other material or spiritual activity. So when Krishna comes to material world, he has some particular purpose to appear, and this time he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who made the revolution in the how to say, in the whole dharmic and spiritual world of, I mean, in not world but life of people of this age. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, there was many munis and people who have some knowledge, philosophical, and trying to argue about some philosophical statements. And in Navadvip there was the center of was knowledge, and when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he make a revolution of this, and he bring the way by which we can reach, we as people of Kali Yuga can reach spiritual world, and not by meditating or some philosophical discussions. So the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also giving us this way, and especially Srila Prabhupada, he always said that again we return for this movement. I mean that our society is movement, Krishna consciousness movement. So Srila Prabhupada always said that so we can see how Srila Prabhupada preached. Yes, he never preached some compromised things. Yes, he always given pure gave pure pure path to achieve. Okay, sorry, I have bad English. Sorry, I want to say, but my words not enough words. I want to. So what I want to say that sometimes we preach like politely. We can say that, oh, you can do this, but sometime you will not do this, or something like this, and we can even so anyway, but Srila Prabhupada never says that some of principles could be skipped, or so we should preach true conception of Vaishnava philosophy without any without any decorations in sense enjoyment style, like this. Is it okay? Yeah. Like this. So Srila Prabhupada was preaching without compromise. So again about intelligence, yes. The way, so intelligence could be used in spiritual way by following instructions of spiritual master. So we have our spiritual master, or the person from who we inspired spiritually, really inspired. So sorry. Yeah.
Maybe you want us to speak fluent Russian and I translate.
Okay, maybe we'll try, yeah. Thank you very much, Dinanath. It will be better. Thank you very much. Так, нужно переключить немножко.
I need to readjust my language. Switch.
Yes. Значит, идея была такая, что мы принимаем духовного учителя с целью достичь духовной обители.
We accept spiritual master with a idea of achieving spiritual like perfection, or
the place
spiritual abode.
world. Yes. И чтобы одухотворить нашу жизнь, нам нужно следовать наставлениям духовного учителя.
To perfect our lives, we need to follow the instructions of spiritual master.
To spiritualize.
To spiritualize, sorry.
И таким образом наш разум не будет вовлечен в планирование чувственных наслаждений. Использован.
In this way, our intelligence is not utilized for planning for material enjoyment.
Я хотел бы привести в пример Рагунат Даса Госвами.
I would like to bring the example of Raghunath Das Goswami.
I prepared in English version. I can read. One day, Raghunath approached Mahaprabhu and asked, "You have managed to make me leave home and here's, but now what is my best benefit? If you please tell me in your own words, my heart will be satisfied." So один момент хотелось здесь отметить. Рагунат говорит, что Кришна устроил побег из дома.
Here, one point that I would like to mention is Raghunath Das, he planned his escape from home.
Кришна устроил, да?
Krishna arranged his escape.
Yes. И точно так же Кришна говорит, что на нашем духовном пути Он всегда помогает нам и дает нам разум также.
And also Krishna tells that on our spiritual journey, He helps us and gives us intelligence.
Mahaprabhu said, "I have given you over to the charge of Svarupa Damodara. He is more qualified than me myself. Still, if you want to hear something directly from me, then I say in brief." And here is text, Sanskrit, I think, yes. Gramya katha na sanibe, gramya varta na kahibe. No, Sanskrit. Bala na kahibe, ara bala na paribe. Amani manada, hanya Krishna nama sada labe. Vraja radha Krishna seva manase karibe. Don't indulge in worldly talk. Don't hear worldly talk. Try your best to avoid mundane matters. Don't eat delicious food, but take whatever ordinary food may come of its own accord. And don't dress luxuriously. Always try to take the name of Krishna with the attitude of giving respect to others without expecting respect from anyone. Be humble and never aspire for respectful dealings from others. In this way, try to take the name of Krishna constantly, and within try to serve Shri Radha Krishna in Vrindavana. Mentally be in Vrindavana, rendering service to Shri Radha Krishna Lila. So, здесь очень много пунктов, моментов, которым мы можем постараться следовать.
Here are many points mentioned that we can aspire to follow.
В той степени, в какой мы на это способны.
To the degree that we are able to.
Как мне показалось, очень подходящий способ проповедовать, следуя вот этим наставлениям.
It seems to me that according to these principles are very suitable way to preach.
То есть смысл в том, что мы можем задать себе вопрос, насколько мы следуем этим наставлениям.
We can ask ourselves, how much are we following these instructions?
Конечно, эти наставления были не для нас.
Of course, these instructions were not given originally for us.
Но, как мы знаем, это существует принцип Магаджано-йена Гатаса Панта.
But we know this principle, Mahajana-yena Gatasa Pantha,
что следование, I want to recite this text. Tarko pratishta shrutayo vibhina nasarv rishir yasya matam na bhinam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam Mahajano-yena Gatasa Panta. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued it from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya, but originally it's from Mahabharata. Yudhishthira Maharaj said. Dry arguments are inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. The solid truth or religious principles is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-realized person. Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajans advocate. For me, it's difficult English actually. I do not understood all the words, but here is this text. So, возвращаемся к Рагунатхи Госвами.
We return to Raghunath Das Goswami.
Okay. With passing years, the devotion and austerities of Raghunath Das only increased. He would chant for 22 hours every day, sleeping for only 1 hour, and sometimes not even that. He gave up all food and drink, taking just a few drops of buttermilk a day. His fame as a mystic became so widespread that devotees from miles across would come to see him. With characteristic humility, he would offer obeisances to each of the around 2,000 devotees who daily approached to him. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. He also offered 1,000 obeisances to the Lord and chanted at least 100,000 holy names daily. His intense devotion and austerities attracted sages, scholars, and spiritualists from far and wide. So, итак, мы видим, что качества Рагунатхи Даса Госвами привлекали множество людей.
In this way, we see how the qualities Raghunath Das Goswami had were attracting many people.
В частности, здесь говорится о тех, кто искал духовного развития.
Here it is been spoken about someone who is searching for spiritual elevation.
Но мы также знаем из Шад Госвами Аштаки, где воспеваются качества Госвами, что ихними качествами были привлечены не только те, кто были на духовном пути, но и также адхира, те, кто могли не контролировать свои чувства даже.
We know from Sat Goswami Ashtaka that not only those who are searching for spiritual advancement were attracted by the qualities of Goswamis, but even adhiras, those who cannot control their senses, were similarly attracted.
Да. И если говорить о проповеди, да, то каким образом мы можем проповедовать?
So when we speak about preaching, in which ways we can preach?
Мы должны пытаться следовать стопам Госвами.
We should try to follow in the footsteps of Goswamis.
В свою очередь, Госвами Вриндавана, они совершали очень суровые аскезы, если брать относительно сегодняшних времен, то эти аскезы были очень суровы.
Goswamis of Vrindavan, they were performing intense austerities if you compare with today's standards.
И, скорее всего, мы не найдем такую личность. Конечно, ладно. Скорее всего, мы не сможем повторить даже части этих аскез.
Most likely, we cannot follow even a part of what they did in terms of austerities.
Но мы можем попытаться оказать должное почтение, уважение настроению, которому следовали Госвами.
But we can try to cultivate and show our respect for those who follow them and for Goswamis themselves.
Mood.
Yeah, to follow that mood.
И таким образом мы, следуя этому настроению, мы также сможем проповедовать, привлекая множество людей к этому движению.
Yeah, so simply by following their mood, we can similarly attract many people to this movement.
Вот. И таким образом, удовлетворив духовного учителя и Чайтанья Махапрабху.
And in this way we can satisfy the spiritual master and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Очень важный момент. Очень важный момент, что прежде чем человеку проповедовать, у него должна появиться понимание, что он не есть это тело.
It's a very important point that before someone preaches, they should have a realization that I am not this body.
Потому что для тех, кто отождествляет себя с телом и умом, тяжело понять что-либо в вайшнавском умонастроении.
Because
Умонастроение вайшнава.
for those who identify themselves with body and mind, it is very difficult to grasp the Vaishnava mood or understanding.
Да. Но так или иначе, Господь Чайтанья даже не требует этого.
But Lord Chaitanya, he doesn't even require from you that.
Господь Чайтанья говорит: поклоняйтесь Кришне, воспевайте Его святые имена. Кришна ваш Отец, Кришна ваш брат, мать.
He's saying, just simply worship Krishna, chant Krishna's name. Krishna is your father, your mother, and brother, and so on.
Да. Поэтому также Шрила Прабхупада, он начинал движение с киртана. Он пел вместе с преданными киртан.
In the same mood, Srila Prabhupada started this movement by singing kirtan.
Есть в музее Прабхупады есть такая фотография, где он вместе с людьми, горожанами, они и там также преданные, они воспевают на поляне, в парке.
In Prabhupada Museum, there is this photo where Srila Prabhupada is singing in a park with the people and with some devotees together.
И каждый раз, когда мы тоже выходим на Харинаму, мы видим, как люди меняются, проходя мимо, обращая внимание на воспевание святого имени.
Every time we go out to Harinam, we can witness how people are changing just simply by passing by Harinam and hearing her chanting.
Да, и как вывод хотел сказать, что вот наши непрекращающиеся попытки дать людям Кришну в форме святого имени и также наше следование настроению Госвами могут дать позитивный результат.
And the point is that even our imperfect attempts to give the holy name and follow in the mood of Goswamis, even that can give positive results.
Not even. I mean,
but that will give.
Yeah,
that will
I
give.
think
Sorry.
that
Okay.
will give. Итак, простая жизнь, возвышенное мышление.
Simple living, high thinking.
Скорее всего, мы не сможем изучить и одной десятитысячной от всех писаний.
During our short lifetime, we are not able to study even 1/10,000 of all the scriptural knowledge.
Мы не сможем достичь уровня аскез, какого достигли Госвами Вриндаван.
We are not able to achieve the level of austerities that Goswamis were doing.
Но то, что мы можем, это воспевать вместе и жить простой жизнью.
But what we are able to do is to sing together holy name and live a simple life.
Я думаю, на этом можно закончить.
I think we end with this.
Харе Кришна. Спасибо. Thank you very much. Харе Кришна. Any discussion, comments, we can... Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Dinanath Krishna Prabhuji ki jai.
Radhanath Swami.
Ki jai.
Radhanath Swami.
Radha ki jai. Schade, dass dir die Zeit dann gegeben ist, dass du die Nutzung nach neue Eindrücke zu schaffen.
Jugendzentrum. Dass du was mitnimmst,